Welcome to the PLZ Soccer Show. I'm Peter Martin. Barry Ferguson and Alan Ruff are with me here. Cup final weekend, 2 cup finals to look forward to. Celtic against Motherwell, Manchester United against Chelsea. The build-up for the Celtic-Motherwell game has started in earnest this afternoon. All the Motherwell fans were at Fir Park to wave to the players as they head down to Turnberry for that last little night of relaxation.
Yeah, it's great. I love seeing that. It just shows you how well the Motherwell players have done. The fans appreciate that, and I'm sure the players will appreciate the fans turning out when they're walking out onto the bus. You can't beat that kind of feeling, Peter, leading up to a cup final. Everybody's in a good mood and looking forward to it, so it's great to see the Motherwell fans turning up to see the players off down to Turnberry.
Yeah, absolutely, and they're all more than happy to see them off and hoping that they can become legends, because Ruffy, Stephen Robinson has just said to the players, listen, this will top, I think it will top, he thinks it will top 91 if they can actually defeat this Celtic side.
Yeah, I think it'll top it as well. You know, obviously that we know that Rangers and Celtic are the big clubs up here, but for a club like Motherwell to get to 2 finals it's absolutely fantastic with the budget that they have, and you have to give the manager a pat in the back for the players that he's brought in, because he lost some really quality players at the end of the season. And yeah, I mean, this is the kind of game that Motherwell need to attract supporters back to the ground. They've got a fan base of maybe 3,000 or something like that, but you go to a cup final and you win that cup final, that could double next year. That could just bring the coffers into the club, and that's why it's so important.
Yep, Barry, when you try and second guess the probable lineup for Motherwell and Celtic, I mean, there could be the odd change here and there, but for Motherwell, will they go with that kind of tried and trusted 3-5-1-1 in the lineup with Main up front, aided and abetted by Ryan Bowman?
I don't think you're going to see Motherwell change there. For I think 90% of the season they went a 3-5-2. The reason why you brought all these players in was because they can play in this system. As you say, I think the back three, Hartley might have an outside chance of coming into that back three, but it's a strong, powerful 3 centre halves, really workmanlike midfield, and the 2 boys up front will cause any defence problem. And that's probably Celtic's weakest point of their team. So Main and Bowman, if they're on fire tomorrow, they could cause some problems to the Celtic back four.
Yeah, great news that Chris Cadden's been called up to the Scotland squad, and he's had a consistent season for Motherwell. He's been a star.
Yeah, he certainly has. I thought he might have broke through a wee bit earlier, but he didn't. You know, he obviously picked up a couple of injuries. Yeah, I think he's a big player. I think Campbell's a big player in midfield as well. And although the boy Cadden gets the introduction to the Scottish squad, the whole team will benefit for that. You know, I think they'll get a lift from one of their players getting promoted up there. So yeah, I think that the Motherwell dressing room, if you were in that tomorrow, will be absolutely buzzing for this game. Okay,
what about Celtic? Back-to-back trebles on off, and a little bit of history there for Celtic for the taking.
Yeah, well, to do what they've done last season was unbelievable, go unbeaten. This season it's probably not been as good in terms of performance-wise, but they've still, let's not kid them down, they've still been the strongest team in Scotland by a country mile. And to do another treble will be fantastic, a fantastic feat for the players, because it's basically the same players that done it last season.
And what about that probable lineup? It means for the title-winning side, you can always usually pick 9 or 10 of the Celtic starting 11. Is it tried and trusted for you on this lineup, Ruffy?
Yeah, it certainly is, and unless there's any injuries we don't know about, I think that will be the starting 11. I know Armstrong come back from injury there, very impressive against Hearts, and I think he'll come on at some stage. But no, that for me, that Sham and Brown sitting in the 3 with the injury in front of that will cause any team problems. So Motherwell really have to think that the only chance they really have of 2 or 3 players just maybe have a wee off day.
Yep, okay. As of course on this programme, from time to time, we always like you to get involved. It's fairly straightforward. If you download the PLZ app in the Google Play or the App Store, there's a video reporter section. Just press that, record your message, and if we use it on the programme, then we'll send you out a little gift. I can tell you, I think his name was Ben McKenzie, was an Aberdeen fan on yesterday's programme, and we're going to send him out something with Aberdeen in mind. What about that, Ruffy? A print of the famous Cup Winners' Cup winning side of 1983. I think Ben will be happy with that.
Yeah, I think Ben will be really happy with that, depending on what wall he's going to put it on. Obviously he'll have a preference where it's going. I don't know if he's married, but his wife might have something to say about that.
Well, he did look about 18, Ruffy, so I think he might have a few years where he can put it on any wall that he likes. But again, if we use your video, then we will indeed send you out something nice. So well done to Ben. I hope he's happy with that. As far as today is concerned, Callum McFadden has a point for the guys, and this is all to do with Tom Rogic.
Hi guys, just want to say that obviously the news today that Tom Rogic just signed a 5-year deal is absolutely fantastic for Celtic, and that I believe that today just really emphasises the point that Celtic will invest in the squad and players this summer to ensure that they stay ahead of Steven Gerrard's Rangers next season and beyond, and that Brendan Rodgers, for me, this 5-year deal that Rogic has signed, to me suggests that Brendan's going to be here for the long term. So basically, I just want to know what you think, guys. Do you think Brendan's going to stay long term, and do you think the signature of Rogic is a really great move for Scottish football, not just for Celtic? Because personally, I think he's such a fantastic technical player, and having those players in the league only makes Scottish football better. Thanks.
Yep, good point there. Well, he mentions it's good for Scottish football. I think first and foremost, Tom Rogic signing a 5-year deal is good for Celtic.
Yeah, but sure is. I think he's matured into a top player, Peter. I honestly do. I think he's a big game player in the European games, but especially the Rangers games this season. I think he's been fantastic. Now, if they were going to lose him in the summer, you're looking at £6, £7, £8 million to go out and replace him. So I think it's a top bit of business done by Celtic and getting him in a 5-year contract.
Technically, he's got great close control, Ruffy.
Yeah, he just seems to be one of these midfield players who can glide by people, and he's got both feet. Doesn't have to be a thunderbolt or a shot. He can place the ball into the corner. We saw he's got a lot of strength as well, and I think in the next couple of years, I think he will be a much better player than he is now.
Yeah, okay, a couple of things I want to get your thoughts on before I get your predictions. Jamie Murphy, 3-year deal at Rangers. Give us your thoughts on that. They've got him permanently now.
Yeah, I think when he first came in, the initial reaction was I thought they got look, I really liked him when he was at Motherwell, and he's went down, done well at Sheffield United, and was a big help to get Brighton promoted into the Premier League. He had a good couple of months, good start at Rangers, but kind of the last month to 6 weeks, Peter, I don't. His form's dipped. Sorry, should I say? I don't know. That's whether it's down to maybe the manager leaving and the unrest in the camp. But listen, Steven Gerrard must see something in him, and I'm sure he's got an opportunity to come back to Rangers. He's been open about it. He supported them as a young boy. It's a dream, but he'll be expecting to push on next season and get better performances in than he did towards the end of the season. But I do think he's got a lot to offer. I do, and I just think you're going to get that out of him from a manager, and I think Steven Gerrard will be a man that could get that out of him.
Well, and he's back now on a permanent basis, and by the time they start off, Ruffy, he'll be part of a better team, I would suggest to you.
Yeah, I think when they brought him in, when they brought him into the team, I thought he was supposed to be the main man, well, because of the experience that he had. Maybe that pressure was just too much for him. He did have an early, as Barry said, a good start to the season, but he never showed it in the big games for me. I thought he was the kind of guy who would just stamp his authority on a big game, but he never. But you're right, if obviously better quality players come in, then he'll have more and more confidence in the games that he plays.
Yep, the playoffs, Premiership, Barry, give us your thoughts. Livingston have the edge 2-1. Will they have the edge over Partick Thistle in the return on Sunday?
I think they will, Peter. I've seen a lot of comments today saying that Partick were poor. I think that's taking a lot away from Livingston. I thought Livingston were fantastic last night. I thought every single guy that played in that starting 11, and even the boys that come off the bench, made an impact. I know Partick weren't great, but I've got to be honest with you, I think Livingston will go there and get a win. A lot of people have made out that they're very good at home, but their away form is just as good as their home form. They're a strong, well-drilled unit, and don't forget they've got some good players as well. I was impressed with a lot of them last night, so I see Livingston. I think if they do it, if they got up, it's a fantastic achievement for the budget. And he's on 8th in the Championship budget-wise. What a fantastic achievement that is for David Hopkins.
Are they winning then for you? Yeah, going
I think they will go and win. I do. I honestly do.
Ruffy, you thought Partick would have enough in reserve. I thought the goal that they conceded, Thomas Cherney, the first one, was abysmal, and they looked as if they were scared.
Yeah, it's been like that since the split. You know, they've been getting into games and maybe getting the first goal, confidence high. Never been able to hold on to a lead. You know, and obviously, as you say, I think Thomas Cherney will look at that and he could have done better. But I mean, he's maybe saved them 10 points throughout the season, so it's a mistake. You just have to deal with it. But I think I agree with you. I thought a lot of the Partick Thistle supporters were suffering with stage fright. You know, and obviously, what's round the corner if they don't win this? I think we've been to games and we've heard people saying the next goal was the important one. I think when we come to Sunday, whoever scores that first goal will be the winners.
Yeah, okay then, who wins?
Partick Thistle for me. I think they'll get the first goal.
Yeah, and then go on from there.
And go on to win it, yeah.
Okay, there you are. It's all about opinions. You can give us yours at PLZ Soccer on Twitter, facebook.com/PLZ Soccer. Man United Chelsea, who wins it? Jose or Antonio?
I think Man United will win it just.
I think Man United will win it because of the manager.
Yeah, because of what is he playing? Left midfield?
No, he wins cups.
Okay.
He wins big cups, and he'll win this one as well.
Okay, there you are. You want opinion? You'll get it on PLZ Soccer. If you want all the latest updates on stories across the world, whether it's be English, Scottish, European, or across the globe, then www.plzsoccer.com. Updates every day on there for you to go through. If you want it on your fingertips, then it has to be the PLZ Soccer app. You'll also get a great deal on new and used cars when you hit the Arnold Clark section there. It'll take you straight through to the car that you might be looking for. Good luck with that. Thanks to Arnold Clark, our sponsors. Have a great cup final weekend. Hopefully you're watching football. You never know, you might be watching something else. Only time will tell. Thanks to Barry, thanks to Ruffy, and thanks for watching.